Hello and welcome to another episode. Tonight we're going to be looking at and talking about Tesla stock because Tesla stock has actually taken a hit over the past few days, which is surprising with battery day yesterday. So tonight we're going to be looking at why Tesla stock has gone down despite the battery day and some things which we should look at for the long term and for the short term. So please do watch all the way through till the end. Just before we do start off, I do need to state that I am not a financial advisor or a stock analyst. This is just my opinion. And also, whilst you're here, please do like and subscribe. Try and get us to 400 subscribers now, please. We are almost on 300. Let's get to 400 now. I'm sure enough of you guys can watch this video to get us to 400. It would be appreciated so much. We're almost halfway there to 1,000. So just leave a like and press that red subscribe button. Turn your notifications on to never miss a video in the future. Okay, so first we're going to be doing a little stock analysis of why Tesla has gone down and looking at the price action itself. So clearly looking on the 1 day, we can see that we hit highs of 409. Now we're all the way down to 388. Quite the drop for such a stock like Tesla. This is minus 8% on the day. Looking out to a longer period, we can see this whole week is actually red. It wasn't looking good for Tesla from the earlier part of the week, which is surprising because generally speaking with a stock like Tesla, a lot of hype builds up around things like battery day. However, it looked kind of stable around the price point of 450, as we can see 440, highs at 447 here, just over the 450 mark here, and so on and so on. Around the 450 mark, generally stable, few dips, few peaks, you know how it goes. And looking out to the 1 month, Tesla actually took a hit with a lot of the other tech stocks. So we all already know what happened there. So if you know what's happening there, fair enough, and I don't need to explain that one. Looking out to the 6 month, however, is when things become a lot more apparent. With everything that's gone on this year, Tesla is actually still up by quite the bit. We saw a stock price of 103 at the start of the year, around April actually. So obviously this has been adjusted for the stock split because that did happen. And looking out to the longer period, it really does show how high Tesla stock is up from the past few years. And in fact, just on the past this year, we could go out even further if we wanted to 5 year and see that Tesla stock is actually skyrocketed. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to be talking about some reasons why Tesla stock has been dipping. So, as you know, battery day was yesterday, and this is an article from before the battery day actually came out. This is on the Daily Mail if you want to go check this article out. It doesn't really matter what is in the article, but the title is what really caught my eye because this is something that a lot of people were hyping up and expecting. So they expected Elon Musk to announce a 1,000,000-mile battery for Tesla electric cars at the company's Battery Day event online today. This was obviously yesterday, like I said, and people really were expecting a lot from Tesla Battery Day. They expected this stock to shoot up and they expected Elon to come out with some revolutionary technology towards Teslas and their cars. Now, he actually did some great things, but with such a claim like this, as Elon has been hyping up this event, saying that it's going to be something special or spectacular or something, he said, a lot of people are expecting great things then and now. The thing about Tesla is a lot of the technology which has come out is basically for the future. So it's 2 to 3 years, I believe it is, for some of the technologies to come out. And that is when we will see the price go up even further as prices become cheaper. So we're going to be looking at what actually did come out and why this managed to make Tesla stock go down. So here you can see on this article on cnet.com, we're going to just be looking at some subheadings and some headings of titles because we could easily go into articles, but you can do that in your own time if you want to. I can just elaborate and summarize after reading this article myself. So Tesla Battery Day recap. The Model S played and 25,000 EV lead to big tech news. I agree. So we got a $25,000 EV coming out, hopefully. Well, this is something that Elon said that he will think about, which is quite a good thing. Obviously, we can imagine what effect that's going to have. Tesla gobbling up even more market share as prices for their vehicles will become cheaper and cheaper in the future. What does this mean for Tesla stock over a longer period of time? Simply put, it means that Tesla will be able to purchase, it'll be able to entice more customers to buy Tesla cars because let's think about it. A lot of people are hyped about Tesla cars just like they are about Tesla stock and want to buy into it. So what does this really mean? It means that they can get more market share as cheaper cars means that more people can afford it. So we can see what market sector this is going to fit into. You can fit into like your cheaper business cars, basically things like in America Toyota Camry, we've got Honda Accord in England, things like Ford Mondeo, Volkswagen Passat, things like that. We can just imagine how Tesla gobbling up that market share is going to affect the stock price as the company expands once again. Other things to look at from the battery day is the biscuit tin size battery. Apparently it's a new kind of cell, and this is going to make it a lot more cheap to manufacture batteries. I think it was 56% cheaper, I could be wrong on that. Basically it's half as cheap, meaning that either the price of the vehicle could be cheaper or profit margins could be higher. So we've also got higher numbers of Cybertruck pre-orders, which is a good thing, shows great things for the company in a long period of time, and we have a full self-driving beta coming out soon, hopefully. I think this one is going to be ready quite soon, however, that doesn't necessarily mean a lot of governments are going to let it onto the road. So you're going to be thinking these are all great things for the company, why has the stock dropped? And that's because of something that I basically touched on earlier in the video, which was a lot of people expected these great things to come out now. They expected things like the aeroplane, for example. I mean, that was kind of a far-fetched one to think of, but we can think of things that they were expecting, like the million-mile battery, things like that. Information about the Roadster, which is apparently coming out soon, and people just wanted to know all about these things. And what happened is Elon talked about something that's happening 2 to 3 years into the future. So from an investment point of view, in my opinion, is this important? Not really. It does show that this stuff is hopefully going to be coming out. We know that Elon is an ambitious guy, and when he usually says something, it usually does end up coming out, surprisingly. So for the longer period of time, if you're looking at holding Tesla stock for years, if not decades, does this really matter in my opinion? I mean, what would I do if I was holding it, or if I was looking to buy it? I would say probably not, because let's think about it. Tesla's a hyped company. It's either going to drop or it's either going to go even higher. Now, if you want to take that risk, you can take that risk. You know what's going to happen. We've seen it go higher, and people have been saying that you're going to miss out if you don't buy it now. Obviously, I'm not the type of person to completely make you come to this decision. I'm just giving you my opinion. But I would say people have seen this stock go up and up and up, saying it's going to pop, it's going to pop, it's going to pop. And then all that happens is a company gets more funding and makes more innovative things, in my opinion. And for that reason, I would say I'm not too worried about the price of this stock. On a shorter term period, I would say we could probably see the stock continue to drop for quite a while. In my opinion, maybe a week or so after we did see a big tech sell-off over the last few days anyway, and I suppose technically not the best news for Tesla has also compounded this one for the company. Companies like Nikola, with their kind of scammy nature at the minute and their controversy, are also going to inevitably force the price of other electric manufacturers down, as it puts doubt in small manufacturers' minds, basically, for investors. Because as we know, Tesla, yes, it's a big company, but it's only been on the market for a few years. I'm sure a lot of investors will be skeptical about that one, and that could also force the price down. Anyway, there's just a few reasons why Tesla stock has dropped. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.